Welcome to Floridian Rollo. I am your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with a video. All right, breaking news, y'all. Amanda Lewis, or Ananda Lewis, has passed away. Now, she had breast cancer, I believe level 2. So, without further ado, we're going to hear what was her last words.
I'm a lawyer who can't.
Give me 1 second. We're going to hear her last words. We're going to go from there. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Or do you feel like time has sped up? Like, how is it my birthday again? Wasn't it just my birthday? How is this brought back? I don't even want to see you. Multiple people have told me that on your birthday, you can ask for whatever you want. No, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. What do I want for my birthday? I want you to help me test out a new project that I've been working on.
Listen.
It's a 90s AI chatbot, and it's called Ananda AI. I wanted my 90s self to be accessible again in ways that she wasn't back then. Was I your best friend in your head? Was I your secret crush or not so secret crush?
Here we
Was I
go.
on your wall? Listen, you can generate pictures of my 90s self. You can ask questions about the 90s. You can get stories told to you. I have trained her with so much, but she's still kind of in the practice phase. So that's what I want you to do for me.
Wow.
It's like $1 a minute, so you're gifting me, but you're helping me train this experience better. Follow the link in my bio to make sure you get to the right Telegram page. It's Ananda AI, and you can check that
Ananda.
out today. And you can tell me what you think about her. If she sends you a Michael Jackson looking picture, post it in the chat so I can see it, because that helps me train her differently, okay?
She's talking about Michael Jackson picture. All right, let's go.
Or if you just don't want to do that, if you're just like, Ananda, I just want to send you a gift, that's fine. I'm practicing receiving. So if you want to send me something, today is the day I'm open to it. I love smoothies and tea, and you can take me to lunch. Just do whatever you want. Here's my Cash App, here's my Venmo, and here's what I look like receiving. How do you receive? How do you? No, you just sit and. Okay, practicing receiving. Whatever way you choose to celebrate with me, I receive and I appreciate. And you don't get to say nothing. Not today. I'll see you on Telegram at Ananda AI. Link in my profile. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes.
All right, so let's hear what she said on Good Morning America.
I don't really like committing.
All right, let me let this get through. It's still going through. Here we go.
This month, the doctors say about 1 in 8 women here in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in their lifetime. One of those women is former MTV host Ananda Lewis.
Ananda has stage 4 breast cancer, known as metastatic breast cancer, a disease
Here we
that
go.
is treatable but not curable. ABC News contributor Kelly L. Carter sat down with Ananda to hear her story of strength and hope.
I wanted to share what was happening to me because I saw places I could have done better. I really do believe that everything is working for my good.
Ananda Lewis sees her experience with cancer not just as a battle, but also as a journey. Hers
Wow.
began almost 6 years ago when she found a lump in her breast. The one-time host of BET's Teen Summit,
Welcome back to Teen Summit.
and a former MTV VJ, she admits she did not have regular mammograms for years.
I know by 47 I should have had my first mammogram, right? And I didn't do that because I saw my mom do it for 30 years and she still ended up being diagnosed with breast cancer. I didn't have the understanding then that I had now, so I, did the best I could with the information I had at the time, and now that's changed. But that's also one of the reasons I decided to share. I wanted other women who were avoiding mammograms to just bite the bullet and go get it.
In October
All right, so she's letting it be known what's going on.
2020, Ananda revealed her cancer diagnosis, by then at stage 3, on Instagram.
I have been fighting to get cancer out of my body for almost 2 years.
But she decided not to have the doctor-recommended double mastectomy followed by rounds of chemotherapy.
I couldn't handle doing such a drastic surgery in my life at that time. I was a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling my son. Cancer doesn't come and replace all.
Okay, so she had a son. I know it's tough on him.
all the other stuff you have to do. Cancer happens on top of your life. And for me, it was just too overwhelming in the beginning.
So tell me about the options that you did utilize at that point.
So at first I cleaned up my diet, right? And so the high dose vitamin C IVs, there's tons of studies around high dose vitamin C combined with hyperbarics. At the same time, I was being monitored by doctors. I didn't just turn my back on medicine.
Okay, so she was being monitored. She didn't turn her back on medicine. All right, here we go.
I spent 16 weeks in Arizona. I did fractionated chemotherapy, so it's 10 to 20% of what you would normally do.
Her initial results looked promising. Her tumor seemed to stabilize, but in 2023, she learned her cancer had progressed to stage 4, which means that it spread to other parts of her body.
Wow.
Stage 4 breast cancer is not a death sentence anymore, and women live very good lives with it. And again, there are women who've done everything they were supposed to do that end up stage 4 anyway. So I feel like if this is where I was supposed to end up, this is where I'm gonna end up. And either way, I'm gonna address it with the same attitude and resilience that I address anything with.
While Ananda says she has no regrets about the choices she made, some have questioned her decision not to have the surgery years earlier.
All right, let's see what she says on that.
None of those people know me, and they don't know the details of my situation. I'm not gonna sit here and battle people about their opinions. It has no bearing on my life. It's a waste of my time, and I don't have time to waste. Life owes me nothing. Every day I get, I'm grateful for. What I do is focus on what I can fix and what I can control. That is my enjoyment of life, my gratitude.
Ananda says she's doing great. She's being treated by several oncologists and is living a life filled with joy. What is your hope that sharing your story now is going to do for other women who either are going through this or who may be going through this in the future?
I really look forward to a time where women are given the full picture by the doctors they trust. And I think it's really important to remember you're not just trying to kill the cancer. That is the most important thing you're doing. But all the things around that, supporting your body, feeling good about yourself. And this is why I stand behind my choices. I'm certainly not trying to encourage other women to go this route. People need to do what works for their lives. But
Right, absolutely.
I have done what works for mine, and I stand behind my right to do that.
What is it that you hope people say about you, people remember about you?
Maybe that I loved hard and lived loud and didn't back away from problems and loved this life and was okay with letting it go too. It's a temporary situation. So do your best. That's all we're all doing is our best.
All right, let's get to this one.
I wasn't.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to go through.
Being able to feel around on our breasts, we have to know our bodies to know when something changes. That's vital. And so I did find my own lump, and I had just finished breastfeeding probably 3 years prior to finding the lump. And I'm not saying there's a connection, but I do know based on some of the information that I've inundated myself with over the last 4 years that there can be an injury on site, and then cancer can form around that with DNA damage and all that stuff. So there's lots of ways it happens. But
all right, so let me see how many kids she has. Give me 1 second. So she only have one child, Langston. That's the only child she has? So she's gone at the age of 52. She's gone at the age of 52. Yeah, 52. CNN just reported it. I know MTV is going to talk about it. Very unfortunate situation. I remember her on MTV. She was dead for a bit. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it and show you some footage on the next one. This is a very fortunate situation. I'm gonna look into her Instagram if it's still up. Condolences to the family. So I believe she has a 4-year-old son by this man she's dealing with. So I'll talk to you on the next one. Peace.